Hey guys, what's up? This is your boy RJ Game News USA here, back today with another video, and as per usual, I'm wearing the bull mask as we talk about the quartering. He ran from a debate that he asked for, a 1v1 debate against YellowFlash, and he backed out like a little bitch. We're going to learn about this a little bit more in detail as we go along. This is some React content. So our boys, Kino Casino, they covered it. Let's hear what they have to say, and I'm going to react as well. But this is not a good look, Jeremy. Not a good look at all, bud. Let's get started.
There's no DM. There's no excuse. He didn't even directly address it on his Twitter timeline. And he's just nowhere to be found. Did his wife take away the... This is what's crazy to me is he has been pleading for this for months now. Yeah. For anybody out there to debate him on this so that he can expose his side of the story and his truth, and he's a kid, and he's just gone. Just disappeared.
Now let me explain something about this. First of all, the quartering could address any of the allegations at any point on his main channel, if he so chooses. He has not. He really just hand waves it all away. But then he gets drunk and he seethes on Twitter, and then he gets a big head and he wants to get into these debates, and then when it's actually time to have the debate, the link is set, we're ready to go. Old boy sobers up real quick, and he's like, well, that's probably not a good idea, because the truth isn't on his side. That's the thing. And I don't know specifically what a debate would accomplish anyway. And the bottom line is this. We know the quartering is flagging fucking channels down. And if the debate's about that, and the quartering trying to prove to us that it's not him, I don't know how he could do so. Because the threats that he made against the Kino Casino clip channel were threats that he would call his agent behind the scenes to get the channel ripped down. And that's exactly what happened. Okay? And then as far as all the other flagging goes, that could be his fans, or that could be him on alt accounts. So even if he shows flagging history for his main channels, there's other ways he could flag. The bottom line is this, no matter what, even if he's actually innocent of the flagging somehow, which I doubt he is, the statements he made about threatening to flag people and then people actually getting flagged and their channels removed is bad enough. In fact, if somebody was super smart that hated the quartering, they would have took the opportunity to do just this to make the quartering look bad. But the bottom line is this, the quartering's taken no accountability. At no point has he told people not to flag, not to do anything. At no point has he apologized for anything he's done. And at no point has he come clean or shown any contrition. He just doubles and triples down until he gets felted, and then he goes and hides.
And apparently the live streams are returning on Monday. Who knows if that's even... Or they're gone for good. I don't know. One thing I do know is it's not blown over by May 4th. No. Because he keeps flagging channels down. Like now Camelot got a strike. Mikey No More just got a strike on his channel. Bullshit. You know what everybody's saying this reminds them of? The South Park episode where Cartman wanted to fight. Yes, and then as soon as... And he did everything he possibly could then to get out of the fight or try and save face. That's what this shit is. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? You're running from YellowFlash, bro.
Oh, man. It's fucking great. By the way, I don't know. I know YellowFlash cares about the flagging, but there's a whole other host of issues that have come up with the quartering. It's all because of the flagging. These issues have popped up because people are digging deep into everything he does, like the Ren Fair stuff, being creepy, the coffee brand coffee stuff, the original cut claim that sent him over the edge to begin with. how he treats his wife, things that he says, the creepy behavior towards women in general. You know, there's a whole bunch of scandals coming out about the quartering. But honestly, it all stems from the fact that the dude took the clip channel down. Because had he not done that, none of this would be happening the way that it's happening. And then instead of realizing the mistake, just doubling, tripling down, flagging Camelot, flagging people that are talking about him. It's always stuff talking about him. And, I mean, dude, I get scared. Actually, I legitimately, I'm not gonna lie, I get scared. I get scared of getting flagged myself from this dude. Like, it's getting bad, but you gotta do what's right. You gotta stand up for freedom of speech. Intimidation tactics can't work. You know, I don't make any money off this right now. And so, like, if people like Luther Morgan and other small creators can't voice their opinion on something, we got a huge problem on this YouTube platform. Someone needs to find out who his agent is, quartering's agent is, and that guy honestly needs fired. Legitimately needs fired for what he did. And really, honest to God, the quartering with the short scandals and the way he's abusing the report system, his channel should be demonetized as well, to be completely honest. I'm not for deplatforming, but if we have to deplatform the quartering to stop all the other deplatforming, I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
After so much shit talking, this guy was running his mouth. You guys remember Wednesday night, just going on and on and on and on about how everybody was so scared of him and everybody was a coward and this and that. Why is anybody ever going to have anything to do with this guy again when he's so cowardly like this? And he talks about his wife is living in fear and constant harassment, but he can't even muster up the funds to defend his own wife's honor on the internet, let alone in real life. You can. At what point are we just going to consider that he's completely fled and that this isn't going to happen? Where it's 9:13. He was supposed to be in the lobby 5 minutes before 9.
Apparently,
and we're
YellowFlash is rattled right now. He's like losing his mind. He's gone. Jared's not even responding. It's over. There's no.
He gave up.
It's gonna be 10
he waved the white flag.
15? Maybe he's an hour late. Maybe he's big dogging. No, he just vanished.
Please
Stop asking to go on. Like, this wouldn't happen if you didn't push people to go on their show.
But he can't pick a lane. This is the problem from the beginning with him.
What they're about to say about the quartering here is the absolute fucking truth. This guy wants to be both these things at the same time. Super successful and then begs for your money. He wants to be Mr. Mafia Don on one hand, trying to tell channels what to do and what not to do about covering him. And then on the second hand, he wants to act as though he's above it all, as though he doesn't want to get in the drama, and he's a born-again Christian that would do no wrong. This is the main issue with the quartering. If he at least picked a lane, it'd be a fair fight. The fact that he doesn't pick a lane, it makes him a hypocrite, and it makes everybody hate him even more. The quartering has done something that I didn't think was possible in the year of our Lord 2026. He's united the internet. He's actually united the internet. And you know what they say, when you try to please everyone, you please no one. The quartering pleases nobody. Nobody is happy with him right now. He's done the one thing that is the unforgivable sin in content creation. It's even worse than pedophilia, not technically, because pedophilia is actually worse, but it's worse in the terms of YouTube to flag and remove channels. You actually get more flack for that, sadly, but true, than pedophilia itself. To look at Dr. Disrespect, you know, he's come back somewhat despite his issues with minors, right? The quartering actually has less of a chance of recovering than Dr. Disrespect. Because every single aspect, and you've seen it, of his life will be magnified and studied, examined, and exposed. He's actually has lower favorability than Hassan ever has. He's had lower favorability than iDubbbz ever has. He's had lower favorability than Boogie after he faked cancer or DSP last year. And he even has lower favorability than Review Tech USA in 2024 when he lost his mind at everyone. The quartering needs to drop the bottle and stop tweeting when drunk and apologize for what he's done and take accountability. Until he does, this continues. And even after he does, it's too late. But you got to start somewhere.
Him. Yeah. He couldn't pick a lane as to whether he was rich and a king that everyone has to listen to him, or whether he was struggling and poor and he was under attack and he needed your support. Like, he can't pick a lane as to whether or not, like, he's a poor, innocent little boy being harassed and everybody's being mean to him and this isn't right and his wife is living in fear. Or that he's this unbothered Chad that's flourishing in his lane and none of it affects him and he's above it all. He couldn't pick a lane between, I'm going to ignore the drama, guys. I'm not going to participate because that's beneath me, guys. Or being like, first I'll take their YouTube channel. Then I'll take their kick. I'll take everything they have. Josh, you agree I can take what they have, right? Like, he just can't figure it out. And it's a Wednesday night. I'm going to debate. No, I'm not. Now I am. No, I'm not. Now tonight he needs an internet detox again. This is similar to when he told...
And next week, we're going to be at it again. The dude is just in constant spiral meltdown mode. Like, legitimately, if he is going to actually just fuck off, right, doesn't want to take accountability and just shut the fuck up, that is a form of taking an L. And at least if he does that, shuts the fuck up and stops flagging, I should say. At least if he does that, we can all start to move on, right? But it's just continual, though. This is continual. It's like digging a deeper and deeper hole.
Told everybody he was quitting drinking last week, folks. He was quitting drinking, and then not even
rich
a few
today,
days
rich
later,
tomorrow.
We
The
catch
quartering
him live
today, the
on
quartering
stream
tomorrow.
with a bottle of Fireball in his hand, getting fucking drunk. And now, just 2 days ago, when he did a video attacking Candace Owens' husband, by the way, who I guess, like, spouses are fair game when Chair does it, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's always how it seems to be. Chair admits in that video he's a heavy drinker. He's still a heavy drinker. He doesn't say, I used to be a heavy drinker. He admits to being a heavy drinker. And then in his video exposing Candace and the husband, he's so bad at this that he says he has no problem with drinking and driving.
What?
Probably because he does it every fucking weekend. Like, imagine,
Terrible.
like...
This flirting formula helps you avoid
drinking and driving, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I guess, like, he had some level of conscience deep down inside when it comes to, like, the most obvious degeneracy and depravity that he engages in, which is just getting blackout every and driving around town. And he pointed out, by the way, like, in Wisconsin, it's not a crime, to drink and drive.
Okay.
He's so lucky he lives in Wisconsin, bro, because if not, we'd
Okay, alright. So, by the way, what are some of these DMs that were leaked? Let's go over that now, shall we?
DMs, here comes an exclusive. Oh, an exclusive from YellowFlash. Let's check our DMs. What's that? Oh.
That's Camelot speaking.
Oh, gosh. Do you want me to show these, Flash? Or do you want me to wait until he doesn't show up? What do you want me to do? I don't want to show these unless you want me to show these. I'll show the DMs.
Everybody
Flash.
knew he was going to chicken out.
I appreciate your super chat. Share them. All right, we're gonna show the DMs right now exclusively. That looks like the one. All right, so this is Flash sending him the original link. Quartering says, Jeremy says, 1v1. Since you already had tonight planned, we can pick another day. I don't want to make you kick anybody Friday or Sunday work. Look how Jeremy's trying to be the nice guy here. I don't want you to have to.
Okay, so again, all right. He's saying, I want a 1v1. Okay, 1v1 on it. Fuck it, right? Friday or Sunday. All right, we're setting up a time and a date. Fine. Fucking stick to it, motherfucker.
I don't want you to have to kick anybody, brother. We're trying to help each other out, right? We're trying. I'm going to make the chat a little smaller so you guys can see these. So he says Friday or Sunday work, and then Flash responds Friday night. What?
Yeah, the sooner the better.
Is the debate your short views? I don't give a shit about those. Bring this email. There you go.
Now the email they're talking about is the email that said thanks for your report. Of course, the Quartering's going to claim he doesn't have this email, even though we all seen it in the dashboard.
Jeremy says it doesn't exist. Ask Bering did a screen recording for him. This is the screen recording I think he just posted online, where he just goes to the report page and just hits refresh over and over, but he could just change his profile picture. Bering agreed with me when I told Bering he could just change his profile picture to the Magic the Gathering profile picture. Right? So he said, that's a lie. It exists. It's right there. We all see it. He says, ask him for the video. I'm happy to show you on stream. Save it for the epic ownage. God, he talks like a 12-year-old from 2004. And then Flash says, you just said you don't have the email, probably because you deleted it. So,
by the way, if he deleted the email, he could check the trash tab. You know, right? Unless he really fucking permanent deleted that shit. And if so, you gotta ask, what was so urgent to delete that shit for?
he says, you just said you don't have the email part, you deleted it. He said, save it for the stream. It will be epic. I can't wait. I don't think he ever had any intention on actually showing up, by the way.
No, of course not. But you have to wonder, how is the Quartering going to spin this where he doesn't just look like a coward? Because he just looks like a coward. So, I mean, either way, he takes the L.
Ash says, I don't believe you. For shit, dude, you're lying. What is this debate? For me to believe you? Nobody believes you. LOL, see you then.
Like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing about all this, man. That's the thing. Like, what is there to debate? Are we debating if it's okay to follow women and children around and, like, make weird fucking remarks? I think he said, like, 8 times that he wanted to put babies in bellies at Ren Fair. He kept walking by women and being like, I want to put babies in some babies.
Fucking creepo,
That's
man.
Fucking weird, brother. I don't care who you are. He said this was normal banter, by the way. But he claims that it was normal banter to follow women around and children, saying he wanted to put babies in their bellies. You know what I'm saying? There's no debate. There is only us saying, why, sir? Why? Right? Can you just explain what the hell's going on? All he has to say is, hey, I was drunk. It was a long time ago before I found God. Yes, it's cringy. Yes, it looks weird. And I agree it is weird. I'm a different person.
Right. He don't even know how to lie to save face the correct way. He legitimately doesn't. He literally has the out of saying, well, I'm a born-again Christian, so I disavow what I did before. He can't even do that. Guys, he's a fake Christian. Like, let's be honest. I'm an atheist. Let's be honest. This dude's a fake Christian. All right? I'd rather be a real atheist than a fake Christian. Because this thing is this. He's wrapped himself up in the Christianity flag, but he follows none of the principles of Christianity at all. You know, in fact, in defending that sort of behavior, even though he's supposed to be a newly saved person, he isn't any different than he's ever been. He's the same creep, the same weirdo, the same loser he's always been for decades. He will not change. He is a lolcow. A big-time lolcow.
Person now, you know, that was a long time ago, and I've moved on and I've bettered myself as a person. That won't convince a lot of people, but that's an honest response you could have.
Something.
But no, I'll show you his response after we read these DMs. He says, I don't believe you for shit. You're lying. What is this debate for me to believe you? Nobody believes you. He says you should bring up how I deleted my Discord and my coffee company is failing too. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, okay.
I mean, This is a classic case of, I'm going to distract you with lesser stuff you can own me with. Avoid the real heart of the issue. Okay? The real heart of the issue is the cuckolding and the flagging. Right? Because you flag because of the cuckolding allegations. The coffee stuff, that's a symptom of your problem, motherfucker. You deleting the Discord, we could talk about that, sure. We could talk about how you delete your tweets all the time and you never stand by any word that you ever say. Like, I'd press you on all this shit. But first and foremost, we got to figure out this flagging shit, don't we? Right? Because that's what's got you in more hot water than anything else.
Okay. You can tell he's completely avoiding everything everyone's asking about. They want to know about the flagging.
Yes.
They want to know about the Ren Fair stuff.
Yes.
They want to know about his personal relationships. They want to know why he talks about his wife so much and then claims people are harassing him. They want to see the evidence of cars coming up to his house apparently and coming up to his front door and then running off scared apparently when he confronted them. Yeah, that totally happened probably. Now he also said today that people never show up and say stuff to his face. Although he did say somebody came to his house last week, but I guess maybe that wasn't true because Jeremy can't keep this shit in line.
He can't keep his lies together.
At all. No one gives a fuck about your coffee company. Yeah, it looks like you didn't get your trademark renewed. That's kind of weird, right? It looks like you're not showing people the ingredients. It looks like you're not FDA approved. All these things look normal, but are we debating those things? I don't think
they're
anybody
just
really
facts.
cares. It's pretty clear cut.
Those are facts.
Those are facts. They're not debatable.
Right.
And neither is following people around. And that's what Flash is probably interested in. Why are you following people around? And why are you striking people? Prove to me you didn't strike people. That is 99% of what everybody's worried about. But Jeremy's trying to change the narrative and get control by being like, oh, you're trying to claim I'm poor, bro. No one gives a fuck. The only person that cares if Jeremy is rich or poor is Jeremy, right?
I really hope this motherfucker's actually poor. I really hope this motherfucker is in way over his head and he is in hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. That would make my day. Because I am so sick and tired of his shit, dude.
Kino Casino with PPP and Andy, they were tired of him flip-flopping back and forth between being broke and poor. So they're like, hey, do a financial audit, which is reasonable. But that was before all the flagging. Everybody wants to know about the flagging. Everybody wants to know what Jeremy's doing, right? So that's what this debate's about. So Flash says, don't DM me anymore. I can hear Flash's voice saying these things, and it's funny. He says, I'm pumped, man, really excited to be platformed by you. You see what he's doing right here? He's implying Flash is a small creator, and he himself, Jeremy, is a god. And it's so funny that he's getting platformed by somebody that's worthless, like
By
Flash.
the way, why doesn't the quartering ever bring anybody on his channel to do a debate? Because if you know, he did, over a decade ago almost, he did a really stupid gay op where, he'll say stuff that's outrageous, try to get your channel taken down. People forgot about that. But no, quartering's fucking pathetic. YellowFlash said don't DM him anymore, and what does he do? He keeps DMing him. The dude doesn't understand boundaries, okay? But then when it comes to him, he wants everybody in the world to shut the fuck up about him, not talk about him. That's not how this works. This is the internet, my guy. You flew under the radar long enough. Now you've flown yourself directly into the goddamn pits of hell. Welcome. This is your own personal failure. Your own personal torture. I'm here for it. Cry more, bitch. Cry. Anyway, this is RJ signing out. Have a good one.